Hi there, I'm Linda and this is Hunts Valley Permaculture. Well, welcome to day 4 of a week of work in my summer vegetable garden. Today we've certainly got our work cut out for us as we tackle my former pea bed that looks more like a lawn with all the running grasses in it. Today we're going to be digging up the grasses, maybe popping down some more cardboard and compost. I hope to get the trellis up through the middle, plant some snow peas, some radishes, some beetroot, and who knows what else. The peas I had in here were a shelling pea and they're certainly all finished now, but this bed's being taken over not only by the grasses but also by various weeds. This one here is some grains that are left over from chicken feed for when I run the chickens through the garden, and they've got quite a root system on them, so I might have to really dig that out because they just keep coming back. We've also got borage down the end there. I've got chicory flowering, lettuce flowering. Just right here we've got a huge big Swiss chard that's seeding and it's falling all over this garden bed, so I'll need to get that one trimmed as well. And like yesterday, I might have to just push back some of these potato plants. So first up, I've just got to get this garden bed cleared. I'll probably have to put minimal compost on. That's actually looking really nice under there. This is my escaping turban pumpkin. I'll just send it around the other way. And same with these potato plants. Off you go, over the top of each other. The potatoes are pretty much due for harvest soon, so it doesn't matter if I kind of push them around a bit. Already feeling like we've got a bit of a path returning over there. I think we need the big trimmers on for this bad boy. Some of this here is actually beetroot seeds that I'd like to leave to get the beetroot seeds, but they're not ready yet, so I'm going to have to fold that back if possible, like I'm doing with the potato plants. You have to work out what's what, because some of it might be beetroot seeds, but some of it is actually dock as well. When you look at the different plants, that's beetroot going to seed, and just kind of getting mixed up with it, this is a dock plant that's also going to seed. That is in the garden bed that we're clearing, so we have to be pretty careful with all of that. Actually, one of those dock plants that's masquerading as a beetroot plant is in our garden, so we'll have to get that one out of there. Oh, I think I'll need the spade to get that out though. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'll get those ones out of there. Well, that's defined the edge of our garden really. We've got the path that runs right through sort of here. You can see the running grasses are just starting to make their way into that potato bed. So most of them are contained here in this pea bed, although it might just run down a little bit into what is the Swiss chard bed, but we'll be tackling that one another day. We're just going to focus on this, and a lot of that is actually massive plants like this big lettuce plant, which look like a lot but are fairly easy to get out. Oh, it's so thick it needs a few goes, this stem. That's challenging to get out. Oh, I think my little kale plant will be a lot happier then now too. Now, you can kind of make out the path there, but right here is supposed to be a second path that lines up with, you can see the path there, it kind of follows through here. So we're going to next define that and then we can get the rest of that garden all cleared. Well, I've got a bit of an idea where the path should be now, so that's kind of clear. So all of this grass has to come out. Now, I've gone a bit soft, and I'm thinking I might try leaving this borage plant at the moment. It is on the edge of what will be the bed, and I can clear all around that and still plant with that in position. Okay, now for this old cabbage plant. When I redid the garden, I left this plant here in hopes that it would form a cabbage, but it never really got a firm head. It just kind of went to seed. So I left it there, and I probably shouldn't have. I should have just moved it on straight away, but by then the bees had been enjoying all the flowers, so I can't help myself but leave these plants then. And all of this will go through the chicken yard first because it's got little green caterpillars on them, so the chickens should enjoy picking all of those off as well as enjoying the greens. Now, to get this grass root out, it's quite a thick plant when it gets going. I should really try and pull them out before it kind of gets to this stage, but digging is the only thing that's going to move this on. Oh, crikey. I tell you what, this thing doesn't want to budge. It's going to break my fork before it comes out of the ground. Oh, do not leave these things to get this big, I think the advice is. This thing is just not budging with the fork, so I think I'm going to have to get my shovel and dig out around it and maybe even trim some of those roots to be able to get this out. I do want to put a trellis along the middle of the bed, and this is smack bang in the middle, so I really want it gone. But first, I think I'll get my sunscreen on, grab a hat because it's warming up today, finish clearing the rest of the garden, and then finally tackle this one. Alright, now to start on these grasses, I'm just going to loosen it off with my fork, and hopefully it'll just sort of pull out of the compost layer. There should be some in the grass, in the soil still, but hopefully most of it's kind of just run over the top and not rooted too far in. Alright. Well, I've certainly made some progress on this grassy garden bed, but I think this borage plant will have to go. It's very tied up in all the roots of these grasses at the end here. So I'm just going to finish this garden bed and make sure all the roots are gone, and that means getting that plant out as well. We are done, except for that big root in the middle there. Now, I do like to think that I'm a no-dig gardener, but there comes a time when you do have to clear your gardens of plants that are just going to take over. I have had to dig into the soil. Some areas of the roots were just in the compost layer, but sort of down one end of the garden bed, it was certainly deeper down into the soil, and I've had to dig it. Now, I'm hoping that by digging them out now, down the track, I won't have the same issues. And I think I'll be just putting compost on top of this, no cardboard. I want to be able to see those grasses come up as soon as any roots get going, and I think I'll just be pulling them as I see them rather than letting them create a huge big network underneath cardboard, which then is more prepared to sort of take off and take over the garden. But with putting compost on and getting lots of plants growing in this space, the soil should repair itself, and hopefully over years to come, it'll be well structured and a great home for all the microorganisms. Okay, so now we've got to tackle this. So I'm just going to dig it out. Well, actually, I'm going to scrape off the compost because I don't want to be mixing that with the soil that I'm going to get down to. And then dig. And I've got the cardboard there so that I can pop it back in the hole easily enough. Ooh, I think we're doing this just in time. Look at that. That's just reaching out to just extend this plant further than it is. So it's good to be getting down here and making sure we're removing anything that it can grow from. Oh, look. Oh, that's scary. That is scary as. Look, there's another one. Gosh. Note to self, never let these things grow again. No, still not budging. I've been doing a bit more digging and a bit more finding of shoots like that. There's quite a few coming out here that I've kind of broken off. Oh, so I think we're getting this thing out just in time before it was going to explode. I'm hoping I can lift up the root ball now, so we'll see how we go. Yay! Whoa, look at that. One little seed creates all of that. Oh, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might just leave it around to dry out and die off. I have one more of those in my vegetable garden, but I'm certainly not digging that one out today. Just here next to my carrot bed, I did trim this one down, but I haven't got the spade out to get that one out, but definitely on my list of things to do, but maybe not this week. Oh, this back in again. I love getting my bit of compost on top. Not only is it good for the soil and the plants that will be growing here, but it also defines the bed nicely and makes it look like new. Well, that's my trellis up. Now, it was a bit bendy, so I've popped this little one down here as well. And I'll be making sure I use better wire than this. I've just got to track down where it is. So that's going to hold it for the moment. And now we can get some planting done. And for this garden bed, well, I've got some home-saved snow pea seeds. I'm going to pop in some turnips, some beetroots, which are good for the root, and of course the greens in a mixed salad. And also I've got a variety of radishes in here, so I'll throw some of those seeds in as well. Wow, what a difference. It's such a relief to get this garden done. Lots of work, but soon it'll be productive again and be looking great. And that just leaves all of this organic material, which I've been piling up over the last 4 days. Tomorrow, on day 5, we're going to be building a compost, so be sure to join me for that one. Make sure you've subscribed and hit the notify button, and you'll be made aware when I publish it. And if you haven't seen days 1 to 3, I'll leave a link to those right here. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.